I'm going to show you guys today how to get more out of your shoulder training and get more capped round shoulders. Now, the key with shoulder training is you have to focus primarily on the heads that aren't getting hit. Let me explain. So whenever we have a heavy pressing day, let's say we're bench pressing, we're doing incline pressing, we're hitting a lot of the front delts. Remember, your shoulder is comprised of three areas: your front delt, your middle delt, and your rear delt, right? And that's the back. So if you want more visually different deltoids that kind of pop out on you, you have to focus on the areas that are gonna pop out, which is your side and your rear delts. The cool thing is that whenever you do like bench pressing and those heavy pressing works, you're hitting a lot of the front delt. So on your shoulder workouts, if you're starting with heavy presses and you're doing a lot of dumbbell overhead presses, barbell overhead presses, you're kind of doing redundant work because that area was already hit. So if you want to get more out of your shoulder training to develop better shoulders, you need to focus on doing a lot more middle and rear type work. So majority of the volume that you equate to your shoulder training should go to those two areas, your side delts and your rear delts, and keeping the pressing on kind of the back burner. So what I primarily do on a shoulder dominant day is I do a lot more lateral raises, a lot more rear delt work, and then I do one or two, depending on the day and the routine that I'm doing, one or two pressing movements for the front delts. And I do that at the end. And the reason why I do it at the end is because visually, when you're looking at me, you want wide delts, you're gonna look and you're gonna see the sides. You're not really gonna see the front, right? The front's not part of it. The side is what you see. So by pushing your pressing to the end, not only is it gonna be safer for the shoulder because now your shoulders warm up, it's also gonna force you to use less weight. I've said this before in other videos. You wanna get as much as you can out of the weight before you actually add more weight on. So when I was younger and I had first started out in training and bodybuilding, I was always trying to push the weight, push more weight, more weight, more weight. But at some point, you get to the point of diminishing returns where you're trying to push so much weight and you're not getting anything out of it. So I like to do my pressing at the end because everything is kind of pre-fatigued. It forces me to use less weight in those pressing movements, which the front delt already was used from heavy presses earlier in the week or earlier in the routine, whatever I'm doing, from benching. There's no reason to keep hammering that. Some guys go into the gym and they do 3-4 pressing movements for shoulders. That is not necessary to get round capped shoulders. You need to focus on, like I said, majority of the volume should come from the medial head and the rear. A lot of people, remember, your delts are 3D. You want to get 3D delts, you got to work the back. And think about it, if you're doing 10 sets of chest a week, you're also hitting your front delt a lot. Common shoulder injuries happen from overuse in the front delt area. So we need to focus on the other areas that are not getting touched with those. So if you want more out of your shoulder training, start pushing more volume toward your medial delts and your rear delts, and you'll develop nice capped shoulders. Give it a shot. If you want to learn how I train, just click the links below and you can find my routine right down there. And until next time, this is Anthony, AB Fitness. I'll catch you on the next one.
Our overcrowded personal training gym is in need of trainers. We are drowning in new clients that want and need instruction, and we need you. Certification is a plus, but not necessary. We are growing fast, and there are many opportunities for growth inside our company. So send me a message now if you are interested in working with the best.